right, Delta State baseball fans, this is the one pretty much the entire Gulf South Conference has been waiting for since the preseason rankings were released. Delta State versus West Florida. In that preseason poll, the Statesmen and Argonauts got an equal number of votes, so it was a tie for the coach's pick to win the league. Already a highly anticipated game. A little more drama gets added in because DSU and UWF were tied for first place in the GSC standings heading into this final weekend. So whoever wins the series wins the conference. A Friday-Saturday series starting on April 25th. DSU ace Michael Manley struck out 8 batters in 7 innings of Game 1, but the Argonauts had productive innings, leading Delta 5-0 after 7. We're going to skip most of the game, start these highlights in the 9th. West Florida at bat with 1 out. Fly ball to shallow left field, has 3 Statesmen going after it. Shortstop Benji Sullivan calls it slips and still makes the catch on his knees. That one deserves to be on SportsCenter. Bottom 9 now, last chance for the Statesmen, who are still down 5-0. First batter, Ben Pickard, is walked. Landon Thibodeau follows that with a single, and the Argos change pitchers. Casey Hinton reaches on a fielder's choice here where Thibodeau is out at second, but Pickard advances to third. Mark McMillan in to pinch hit here. He sends a hit bouncing to the outfield. Pickard scores to put Delta's first run on the board. Jordan Chauvinek follows that with a hit over the second baseman's head. Hinton rounds third and crosses home plate. Delta still trailing 5-2. Will Robertson gets walked, so it's bases loaded for Dex Harrington. Another shot just above second baseman. McMillan scores on this one, and the scoreboard now reads 5-3. The Argos change pitchers again. It doesn't help. Brent Langston sends one to left field. It's Chauvinek's turn to score, and it's a 1-run ball game, folks, 5-4. Bases loaded for Carlos Leal. He goes after the very first pitch. Perfectly placed hit. Robertson and Harrington score to give Leal the walk-off single with 2 RBI. Unbelievable. Statesmen win Game 1 in the bottom of the 9th inning over West Florida, 6-5.
Yeah, we're realistic about that. We know we don't want to be in that position often and that you aren't going to always come from 5 runs down against a quality team. But there's a lot to say for just not quitting, for just giving yourself a chance to have something good to happen. And it's in small doses. But, you know, in Friday night's game, I thought we had some of the best at-bats we had had all year long with our backs to the wall there in the last inning. You know, in baseball now, with the new bats, the BB cores, and all, the probability of getting 3 hits in a row is in a coach's mind not real great, but we hit about 4 or 5 in a row right there to get us back in and did some really good things and kind of gave us some momentum coming into today.
After all that excitement, Saturday, April 26th was Senior Day for Delta State baseball. Statesmen seniors who were honored prior to the first game of the doubleheader were Jordan Chauvinek, Tyler Dalton, Dex Harrington, Casey Hinton, Brent Langston, Carlos Leal, Michael Manley, Travis Northern, Taylor Stark, Ricky Velez, and Ricky Winters.
Well, I mean, we had kind of a family-type atmosphere here with all the guys. You know, you just get to know a lot of people, and it just kind of helps you just be a better person, you know, with all the guys here.
In baseball, I think is kind of unique in that not only do you have them here at school for 10 months out of the year like all programs do, but we just spend so much time together. We play 50 games. We travel so much, nights in motels, meals, practices, just grinding it out every day. And I think there's got to be a mutual respect there, and certainly on my part it is. I really respect them and their families. And you know, we've got a couple of those guys, Langston and Winters, who've been with us 4, and the other one 5 years. And you know, those relationships are really special. You get attached to the families. And we have what I think is a strong sense of family in our program. You know, I think the parents understand that, the players and fans understand that. and we want them to come into the program, but in a sense never really leave, stay connected. So they've been great for us, and I'm just proud of where they are right now, and they're providing some really good senior leadership for us.
Brent Langston starts the second game of the series off right with a 2-run home run in the second. Here in the fifth, Dex Harrington beats the throw to first, while Jonathan Andrews crosses home plate, putting the Statesmen up 3-0 on West Florida. Taking it to the top of the sixth, Drew Milligan on the mound for DSU. The Argos have 2 on, but Milligan gets that batter to go down looking. Delta tacks on 1 more run in the bottom of the 8th and takes Game 2 of the series over West Florida 4-0. In the final game of the series, West Florida jumped out to the lead again, up 3-0 on Delta State after the top of the 3rd, but the Statesmen get it going in the bottom of the 3rd when Ben Pickard hits a single to left field with bases loaded. That brings in Dex Harrington and Will Robertson, and DSU has cut that lead to 1. UWF scores again in the 4th to make it a 4-2 game, but with 2 runners on in the bottom of that inning, Jordan Chauvinek's single brings home Landon Thibodeau, and it's back to a 1-run game. Bases loaded again, Harrington in the batter's box. Ball is caught in left field, but Casey Hinton tags up and scores, tying the game 4-4. Brent Langston follows that with a hit up the middle and an RBI when Chauvinek rounds third, crosses home plate. Statesmen take the lead here, 5-4. Then it's Ben Pickard sending one to the wall. Langston and Robertson score to put Delta up by 3 runs, and Delta State holds on for the win, 7-4, and a complete series sweep.
Well, I think anytime, you know, at the end of when the schedule comes out and you look at it and you see that whether we're playing West Florida the last week of the season or early, as we've done in the past, we know it's going to be meaningful. And you try and get your guys to understand that, and at the same time you get them to understand that, you know, while they're a good opponent and there's a history and a rivalry there and great respect for us, for their program, at the same time, you know, we have to just do the things that we can do. We have to play against the game as much as we do the opponent. I'm just really proud of the effort we had. You know, everything starts with effort. And we got great effort this weekend, great heart, great desire. That's about half the battle right there. And so I just tip my hat to our guys and to our team. I thought we performed well in the clutch. And, you know, very fortunate to play well enough to get out of here with a series sweep.
So that crazy come-from-behind win in Game 1 and sweeps of Game 2 and 3 give the Statesmen the series and the #1 seed in the Gulf South Conference Tournament, which is coming up very soon. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Rouville is proud to announce the addition of board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Wayne Dotson to our team. An orthopedic surgeon treats musculoskeletal trauma, skeletal disease, and sports injuries using both surgical and non-surgical techniques, including joint replacement, arthroscopic surgery, and more. Dr. Dotson has extensive experience in the Delta and beyond, using the latest in surgical techniques when needed to ensure a healthy and speedy recovery. Call or have your provider refer you to Dr. Wayne Dotson for a consultation and find out why more people are saying, "Take me to Rouville."
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
Abraham's, an historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis. My Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans. My Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership, offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options. Let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
All right, Statesman softball fans, this is the last time you'll see the Lady Statesmen here at University Field in Cleveland this season. Delta State softball celebrated Senior Day with its final home series against West Florida. The series kicked off on Friday, April 25th, and in the first inning of Game 1, DSU leadoff hitter Cassidy Talley is walked, so she takes first base. Talley followed that up with her trademark stealing second on the first pitch, but this one was special. That stolen base tied Talley for the record of stolen bases in a single season at both Delta State and in the Gulf South Conference. Same inning, bases loaded, and Madison Zoller's in the batter's box. She takes one for the team. Don't worry, she's okay. That brings in Talley for the score, and Delta leads 1-0. Top of the second, West Florida has runners on the corner. Zoller throws a little fake out to Taylor Holland, who goes back to Zoller, and the Lady Statesmen catch the runner, tried steal home. UWF scores 3 runs in this inning, but apparently doesn't learn a lesson because the exact same thing ends the inning as Zoller protects the plate and gets the out. So with the Argos up 3-1 in the bottom of the second, the Lady Statesmen respond. Bases loaded for Caitlin Moore. She drops a hit in left field. Megan Mayfield scores. It's a 1-run game. Amber Adcock follows that with a hit through the gap. Talley scores, and we're tied 3-3. Top of the third now, runner on first for UWF, but Macy Wilde sits the batter down swinging. In the same inning, a 2-run home run puts the Argos back on top, but Wilde's 0-2 pitch retires the side here. Bottom 3 now, 2 on, 2 outs for the Lady Statesmen. Mariah Alvarez sends one deep to the outfield. That allows Mayfield to score. DSU only trails 5-4. Caitlin Moore follows that with a blooper to left field that gets away from the outfielder just a little bit. Talley and Alvarez score here. The Lady Statesmen are back in the lead, 6-5. More runs in the bottom of the fourth. Bases loaded again. This time Cassidy Talley uses it. She's on base. Memory Corley scores. It's 7-6 DSU. An easy one here as catcher interference is called while Mariah Alvarez is in the box. Brooke Klein scores to make it 8-9. The Lady Statesmen just keep tacking on the runs. Delta State takes Game 1 over West Florida 13-8. Saturday, April 26th brought Senior Day to University Field in Cleveland. Megan Mayfield and Miller Maddox were honored on the field before the first game of the doubleheader. Maddox got the start on the mound and sent the very first batter back to the dugout on a full count. So in the last game, Cassidy Talley tied single-season stolen base record. Well, in this game, she broke it. A huge congratulations from her teammates here, and Cassidy Talley is now the record holder at Delta State and in the Gulf South Conference. Lady Statesmen trailing 4-1 later in the bottom of the sixth with 2 on for Amber Adcock. She hits the gap. Mariah Alvarez scores, and that makes it 4-2. Unfortunately, that's as close as Delta State gets, falling to West Florida 5-2 in the second game of the series.
It's always been my dream to come here. I always wanted to come here, and it has definitely lived up to my expectations. I wanted to be here. I've always been a fan of Delta State, always been a fan of all of the sports programs here, and just to be a part of it is so special to me.
Like today, I don't have family for Senior Day, but the team is my family, and so I just learned a lot about that, and just growing up, and Coach puts a lot of responsibility on you, and she expects you to act, act your age, act like you're in college, and like, I really learned that, and I think I'm more prepared to go, graduate and be a big girl now that I came here. I don't think I would have gotten that anywhere else.
Miller Maddox joined us after playing at a couple other schools, and we really didn't know what she would do for us. And when I handed her a plaque and hugged her, I told her that she's really been a huge difference maker for us. If we wouldn't have had her this year, and we wouldn't have had her last year, I think the end of our seasons go completely different. So, great kid. Great family, going to get married soon. I love the whole concept of her medical school. Believes in the program, always excited, very sportsmanlike, and she's a good person, and that's what's. And she's a good person, one, and number two, what she's done out here is irreplaceable. So, very happy and proud of her. And then Megan Mayfield, she went to a couple of different schools as well before she got here, and I really believe that she found a home when she got here. She could play anywhere in the outfield. She's played all 3. She recently stepped up here. you know, when someone got hurt. She plays on and off. She stepped up here when someone got hurt last week, and she went 4 for 4 last night, made the difference in the game. She stepped up to the challenge, and this game is about who steps up to the challenge, and she did that. Her parents couldn't be here today, but you know, she's a great kid, very excited, very emotional. I'm just glad, I'm glad every year that we get to share this experience and I get to be a part of it with these kids.
The third and final game is tied 2-2 in the fifth, but the Lady Statesmen changed that. Bases loaded for Andrea Cutts with 2 outs and a full count. That error brings home Taylor Holland and Madison Zoller to give DSU a 4-2 lead. Delta State scores again and outlasts a 7th inning rally from West Florida to win Game 3, 5-4.
It's what you play for, and it's what makes playing this game exciting. I think these kids deserve it, and they work hard. And I think they're playing like a team. I think they did yesterday. I think they did in Game 3. I wouldn't say we did this morning, but playing like a team, and good things happen when you do that. And they're just working hard. And you know, sometimes you get it done, and sometimes it's pretty, and sometimes it's not. And I'm glad we got it done.
So the Lady Statesmen win 2 of 3 in this series, and next up is the Gulf South Conference Tournament. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.
Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty, but not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
Time for another Gulf South Conference Golf Championship here at Tunica National, not too far from Cleveland. It's day 2, round 3 for the Statesmen. Rounds 1 and 2 went great for the Delta State men, and heading into the second day and third and final round, the Statesmen were at the top of the leaderboard as a team. Let's see what happened in day 2.
We played 36 holes that first day, and after the first round, we were 5 behind West Florida. And then we shot 10 under par as a team in the second round, which is unbelievable on a course like that. And we went into the third round with a 1-shot lead.
So after the first 2 rounds of the 2014 Gulf South Conference Championships, the Statesmen golf team held a 1-stroke lead over the rest of the pack. The second 18 holes on the first day were the best for Delta State and turned a few heads when the guys shot an impressive 10 under par.
Well, we had all players played well, all 5 players, and that's what it takes, is to have 5 players competing. And our worst score was a 74, which we threw out, and we had I think we had 4 guys under par, so that was huge.
Day 2 brought round 3, the final 18 holes at Tunica National. The Statesmen fought Mother Nature in the final round, with the biggest difference between the first and second days being
the wind and just the pressure of being the last round. And you know, rounds 1 and 2, you can kind of get relaxed out there, and the pressure didn't really start kicking in till the last day. And and the win on top of that makes it playing pretty tough.
So after it was all said and done, the Statesmen shot a combined 6 over in all 3 rounds and tied for second place in the standings with North Alabama. West Florida took the trophy home at 1 over par.
So, and West Florida actually was in third, 6 shots behind us. And they had and it got a lot more windy, really windy, and they had a player that shot 67, which really is what won. It's not that we really lost it, they went and really won it. You know, their attitudes are great, they never give up, and that's what I look at. And they were there till the end. You know, Reed birdies the last hole, just to tie for second. So, and of course he had a great tournament. I think he was 8 under for 3 rounds, which is outstanding.
We had a really good tournament, but it kind of gets overshadowed because, you know, we were leading coming into the day and we didn't win, but it was still a good finish and probably our best tournament all year. So, you know, we're pretty excited about that, but like I said, it just kind of hurts because we wish we could have won it.
Knowing the competition in our conference, yes, and they had been beating us all year, so yeah, we were happy.
Reed Lindsay was the top finisher for Delta State in 3rd place at 8 under par. His 3 scores were 71, 66, and 71 again, earning Lindsay a spot on the all-tournament team. Fellow statesman Brad Thornton finished 10th at 3 over.
You know, I think that's kind of overrated being on your home course. You still have to take good shots. That's just kind of the way I look at it. But yeah, we played here. We had conference here last year, and we played here several times throughout the year, so I guess we were a little more comfortable playing, but like I said, still had to execute. I just didn't really make many mistakes. I kept it in play. Today I just I grinded. I made a lot of good up and downs, and yesterday I made a lot of birdies yesterday, but I had a lot of bogeys too. The first round I had 7 birdies and 6 bogeys, and the second round I had 4 birdies and an eagle, no bogeys. So I played really steady yesterday, and today I just kind of grinded it out and didn't really have my best game today, but I put together a pretty good score with what I had.
Delta State needed to win the GSC championship to get the automatic bid to the NCAA regional tournament. The Statesmen didn't secure a trip to regionals that way, but did do it in an unconventional way.
Yeah, this was, I guess, a little controversial, but in our region, which is the strongest in the country, the South region, which includes all the Florida schools and the Gulf South Conference, and there's always 10 spots out of our region go to the regional tournament. And this year we had another regional that was part of our region. It was a conference out of Kentucky and all, and their performance has not been very well to this point. And and they were going to get in that large bid from their conference, whoever won. But they're, like I said, there wasn't a team in there that was really ranked above like 200 in the country. So just yesterday, their conference office decided that they would decline that automatic bid, which gave us our 10 spots that we normally get. And we were actually number 11 going into the conference. And then with our performance in the conference and this morning at the regional call, they decided that we would be the 10th selection.
DSU doesn't have long to let the excitement of heading to regionals sink in. That tournament is just about a week away, but it is always exciting to get a fresh start.
Oh yeah, very excited. This is something at the end of the year they've really worked hard for, and they seem to be playing a lot better towards the end. So yes, we're very excited, and I think our chances are really pretty good at this point. Well, one thing, all the bad holes and rounds we've had are all gone now. Every team is dead even going into the fight to see who goes to the Nationals. And as I said, our regional is very, very strong. The national champion has come out of our region for many years in a row. So, but we seem to be playing a lot better now towards the end. And it's just exciting to know that maybe we're peaking at the right time and that we can compete at this level.
Head coach Sam Dunning says there's not much coaching left to do. His guys know to keep their head in the game.
I think they know it. I don't think I have to tell them, but especially after the conference, you know, competing and actually leading it and know that we can play with the West Floridas and the North Alabamas now is really something that really helps our confidence.
So unfortunately, the Statesmen can't pull out the win in day 2 and in the 3rd round, but still a great tournament for the Delta State golf team. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Ruleville is your full-service healthcare provider. Whether it's an emergency, wound care, daily preventative health screening, swing bed and outpatient rehabilitation, to our outstanding staff and team of surgeons, you'll find we treat the whole you. North Sunflower Medical Center has become the Delta's leader in providing complete, quality medical services to residents and visitors of Sunflower County and beyond. Come by and see why people say, "Take me to Ruleville."
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership, offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options. Let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business. Abraham's, in historic downtown Cleveland, has Clover Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
When I first started playing softball, I was 5, and I did play other sports. I've done track, I've done volleyball, basketball, bowling. I've kind of done them all. Bowling, I never really did it as like on a team or anything, but me and my grandma would go each summer and she'd take me like every single day. She bought me my own ball, and we got a little competitive, and I was only like 10. You could imagine me and my grandma out there bowling. I've played a lot of sports throughout the years, but middle school was the fun age. You just played everything and stayed active. It was just fun. And so I did make the high school volleyball team my 9th grade year, but right before it started, I called my coach and I just told her I'm going to stick to softball because I know that's where it's going to get me to college, and she understood that, but that's pretty much how I stuck to softball. I think a pregame superstition that stands out the most to me would be the chalk line. Before each game, we even hold ourselves accountable to it. Just hold each other back, straddle it. Don't step on the chalk line before a game, because if so, bad things can happen. My favorite professional athlete would have to be Jenny Finch. She's retired now, but just her image and her personality, it seems like, and just the way she handles herself on and off the field, she's just an awesome role model. A characteristic I find in a good teammate would be trust, because when it comes down to a tough game, maybe a championship or the game leading up to that one, it's just you need that bond and that trust there to pull through. Oh, let's see. My favorite music, there's so many. I kind of bounce around. I like country. So maybe like Brad Paisley and Carrie Underwood, and then I kind of mix it up with some Katy Perry and maybe some John Mayer. It's all around. It depends on just what's good at the moment and what kind of mood I'm in. I have 2 favorite movies. Probably Titanic, the first. I watched that one like twice in one day one time. And then I have Pearl Harbor. I don't know. I guess it's just like the love story in them, but they're both awesome. I found Delta State through my coach for my summer team, and he was like, list out the schools you want to go see maybe, and Delta State happened to be one, and he was like, all right, well, you might want to sign up for a camp. And so that's how I found Delta State. I really didn't know anything about them. I was just like, I'm just going to try it out, you never know. So it turned out to be a good idea because I love it here. My major is exercise science with a minor in business management. I hope to one day maybe coach younger children up to live out their dreams to be college athletes, or maybe even open up my own business to where I can get maybe like an athletic facility and just coach them up and give lessons, do whatever I can to get them to be able to live the same dream that I am right now. Caitlin Moore, softball, utility, number 10, sophomore, South Haven, Mississippi. Student, athlete, lady statesman, united in green.